All right, welcome. Today, we are digging into what is, without a doubt, the first and most critical step for any entrepreneur out there: how to find a truly winning business idea.
So let's start with a feeling I bet you've had. You see a successful company and you just think, man, I missed the boat. All the great ideas are already taken. It's a super common fear, but I'm here to tell you it's just not true.
The reality is opportunities are absolutely everywhere. You just need to train yourself on where to look and, more importantly, how to look. So in this explainer, we're going to walk you through a clear, structured way to do exactly that.
Okay, let's get right into it. Where do these fantastic ideas actually come from? Well, they tend to bubble up from two main places.
Think of it like this. Ideas can either come from inside you or from the world's outside. An internal idea, that's personal. It's you turning your passion for, say, baking on the weekends into an amazing gourmet cupcake business. An external idea, on the other hand, comes from just paying attention, like noticing your neighborhood is practically screaming for a good coffee shop and you decide, you know what, I'm going to be the one to open it.
But here's where the real magic happens. The absolute sweet spot is where those two worlds collide. It's that perfect intersection of what you're passionate about, what you're actually good at, and what the world genuinely needs. It's not just about what you can do. It's about finding where your unique talents become incredibly valuable to other people. Okay, so once you've got that framework, let's build on it by zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. We're talking about trends, these huge waves of change that create all sorts of new opportunities.
And this image here really gets to the heart of it. Trends aren't just some passing fad. They are powerful signposts pointing to where the future is heading. And if you can get in on one of these waves early, you get this massive advantage. You get to ride the momentum instead of constantly swimming against the current.
For example, let's look at two huge trends happening right now: sustainability and wearable tech. These are creating whole new business ecosystems. For the green trend, don't just think big, like solar farms. Think smaller. What about a subscription box for zero-waste home products, or a really stylish sustainable fashion brand? And for wearables, it's not just about the next smartwatch. Maybe it's a super niche app for athletes to track their sleep, or a cool piece of jewelry that connects to the tech they already own.
And it's the exact same story with health and mobile. I mean, our obsession with wellness is opening doors for things like hyper-specialized fitness programs, yoga for seniors, anyone? Or meal delivery for very specific diets. And mobile? Just think about all the services that are still a pain to use on your phone. Imagine creating a slick, mobile-first solution for one of them. The opportunities there are just absolutely massive.
So now you know where to look for inspiration. Let's get practical and talk about some specific techniques you can use to actively generate a whole bunch of ideas on demand.
First up, the old classic, brainstorming. And the golden rule here is so simple. Quantity over quality. Don't judge, don't criticize, don't censor yourself. No idea is too silly or too out there. Your only job is to fill a page. You have to turn off that inner critic and just let your brain run wild, because sometimes the most ridiculous idea is the one that sparks something truly brilliant.
Now, if you want something a bit more structured, you gotta check out the Scamper method. This thing is a powerhouse. Each letter in the name gives you a totally different lens to look through. It helps you take an existing product or idea, pull it apart, and then put it back together in a completely new way. It's basically designed to force you out of your normal thinking patterns. Okay, so you've brainstormed, you've scampered, and now you have this long, probably messy list of ideas. This is where the real work begins. The next crucial step is filtering out all the noise to find the signal, that one idea that has the most potential.
So how do you do that without just relying on a gut feeling? You use a scorecard. This is what turns a hunch into a data-driven decision. As you can see, we're basically looking at four crucial areas. Market demand. Will people actually open their wallets for this? Your ability. Do you have what it takes to make it happen? Competition. Can you actually stand out from the crowd? And finally, resources. Can you realistically get this thing off the ground?
The system itself is really straightforward. For each of these key questions, you're just going to rate your idea on a scale from 1 to 5. But here's the most important part. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. A low score in a critical area, like market demand, is a massive red flag that you just can't afford to ignore.
Now, once you've gone through and scored all of your top ideas, something really interesting starts to happen. A winner just naturally begins to emerge from the numbers. It's amazing how the data can tell a story and cut right through any emotional attachment you might have to one idea over another.
So, what's the magic number? Well, generally speaking, any idea that scores above a 20 is a really strong signal that you're onto something with real potential. The idea with the highest total score, that's your frontrunner. And this isn't just about picking a winner. It's about giving yourself the confidence to really go for it because now you're backed by data.
And there you have it, a process that can take you all the way from a chaotic brainstorming session to a single, validated concept. You now have a winning idea. So the only question left is, what's your next move? Because that right there is where the real adventure begins.